And should Empire take the win this evening, I will be talking to, I'm reading my IRC channel, Jack Taco. Post-game interviews, always exciting. We'll talk to the winners in the winner's circle tonight as they head off to the next round. But that's yet to be determined. Round 5, unknown map, mystery map. OGL, Battle on Das Beachhead. A lot of fun. Don't forget tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the parents against elite hacksaws. Once again, we urge you, if you happen to know elite hacksaw, do the right thing. TSN.
The following is a paid public service announcement from the Parents Against Elite Hacksaws Foundation.
Billy and I used to play. Yeah, we used to play a lot. Because Billy was my friend. And one day, Billy and I were playing. Billy was shot through a wall.
Please, don't let lead hacksaws affect your life. If you know or are someone that needs help, please do the right thing.
And here we are back in game. You know what? I've got some good news for you. Very good news indeed. I'm caught with my pants down is what I'm doing. Caught with the pants down. That's what I'm looking for.
Dynamite plant. Dynamite
what does
plant.
that mean? Hopping in game. That can mean only one thing. Das game is on. 7-on-7 action. Round 1, set number 1. 0-0 is the score. 97 listeners dialed in. Server number 1, Empire versus HV. I have no idea who's going to take the win. Let's give you a rundown. Empire. Axis defense. Allied offense. HV. Here we go. The Allies have now breached the sub-area. Empire of Evil coming in. Panzerfaust, Carnage Incorporated, blasted by Jack Taco. Panzerfaust fun. Surest way to catch my attention in a shoutcast is to be a Panzerfaust Grenadier. MentholMoose, Empire. Fredo, Engineer, Empire, standing guard. Incoming entrance from the generator chamber. Here comes Dethroned and Grimmiger. Grimmiger's a medic, Dethroned, and Engineer. They're trying to rush in, and here they come. We're going to follow and track down Dethroned as he's now on the sub, throws down the dynamite, and begins the plant. Dynamite planted, takes some machine gun fire from the balcony. Mongul, Leutman is cut down, and the dynamite is planted. KolbenAffe, an Engineer as well, now falling back, but going to get cut down by Fredo. Incoming Axis Engineer. He's got the pliers out. He did not see the dynamite. He passed it up. No, he's back on the sub, leaning over it now, trying to make the disarm. Can he do it? Dynamite defused just in time. Turn down my in-game music just a touch. Currently following Carnage Incorporated. And apparently, 2 sets of dynamite were set. I missed that, but it's all good. The Allies take the win. The clock is now set at 2:03.
2 minutes to get out of there, soldier. Move it.
HV, right there. Make it happen. Let me get back in game here and get my bearings. Stopwatch round number 2. HV takes the Axis defense. What this means now, I only heard one dynamite plant. Very interesting. What this means now is that HV has got a solid 2:03 to defend. A very good time. Empire has got to beat that time. They are on the Allied team. Not going to be easy. We're going to discuss that here shortly. Back in just a moment. TSN Fun. Empire versus HV.
And to our right here is a pocket of German resistance. It's just south of those little villages, the little village of San Contest and the others there, northwest of Caen. There the Germans are holding out. They've got some dug-in tanks, they've got perhaps a battalion or so of infantry, we don't know how strong they are there, but they're holding out stubbornly. And even now at this moment, we're laying down a heavy barrage of mortar fire on them, preparing the way for our infantry to go forward. That whole area is just a mass of white smoke now.
TSN.
Er ist Sauerkraut in mein Lederhose.
Hier, van TSN.
Match is going to begin in 3 seconds. All of you fans of Empire out there, get ready. Empire's going to have to bring it hard. They've got only 2 minutes and 3 seconds to plant the dynamite and score themselves the point. HV, Hoxpanung, high voltage on the Axis, oh evil defense. Let's check him out. Carnage Incorporated, standing guard. He is crouching as a medic, patient for the incoming. Double dynamite plant near the filtration door and the main storage chamber. RTCW TSN explodes tonight. Incoming allies from beneath. Let's track him. Busta. Empire engineer is cut down. Blood in the water. Ain't gonna get far. Tries to sneak up beneath, but he is spotted. Dethroned engineer ready with the pliers. Not going to allow the incoming engineers to plant that dynamite. Many of the allies are taking the underwater route. Anti-hero. Engineer now swimming beneath the sub, taking some heavy machine gun fire. Tries to get up, but he's gunned down, and that's all we wrote for Anti-Hero. 57 seconds remain. The point is on the line here tonight. HV versus Empire. 48 seconds, still time to plant the dynamite. Incoming Empire allies getting cut down by the HV defense. Here they come out of the main storage room, out of pool chamber number 3. There's a body flying by, hit by a grenade, flying down the hallway. Empire now making the revivals, but under heavy and considerable fire. Engineer Busta right there making the plant. Crossfire from all sides, cuts him down. 27 seconds, running out of time. He's going to get revived, but he's down again. Back up and plants the dynamite in 20 seconds. Will it explode in time? I don't think so. 15 seconds on the clock. Silence HV Axis engineer makes the diffusement. Dynamite is now diffused with 8 seconds remaining. Good game being exchanged. HV, 1 point. They're on the board and take the lead. Many listeners out there dialed in. Don't forget server number 2. We have some more TSN fun. Krieg versus SS here. HV versus Empire. All that you can expect tonight. TSN War Reports, a lot of action happening here. I'm going to head off to our reporter in the field, back in 40 seconds.
As far as I can see now, our infantry have advanced across the open cornfield and into the wood. The artillery is putting down a concentration behind the wood, and one of our tanks over on my right has just fired a couple of rounds 250 yards from where I am. Further over to the left, I can see streams of tracers still cutting into the wood over the heads of the advancing troops. The concentration of artillery going down on the far side of the wood is intensifying every moment. There you can hear machine guns firing from a hedgerow about a couple of 100 yards up from where I am. There's so much smoke and dust rising from the cornfield that it's impossible to see where our infantry have got to. And there are 3 or 4 tanks, all of them firing. And just then there was a huge explosion on the road about 300 or 400 yards from where I am. One of our tanks has just caught fire, and every second or so a huge tongue of flame is leaping up from it. The wood is now absolutely enveloped in smoke. Germans seem definitely to be falling back.
Match begins in 5. HV Axis defense now are defending against the incoming Empire allies. They have got to hold that sub. They want to set that clock as high as possible for their next attempt at taking Das Boot down. Remember, once again, it is a submarine in a harbor inside an Axis base. Very easy to break into the actual harbor itself, usually very undefended. However, the harbor where the sub can be found is heavily defended, and the action explodes from there. In the rafters, Soldat Grimmiger, no likely, or very likely with Panzerfaust standing guard. Once again, Carnage Incorporated, a medic in his chosen position. I like what I'm seeing from HV. They choose their positions in defense, and they keep them. They run their strats, and they know what to do. KolbenAffe and Leutman dropping the ammo down from the rafters high above. Dynamite planted twice, and the doors are going to explode. Incoming allies as they make the breach. Here they come, Fredo, Mongul, and lukin. Engineers, Leutman, and medic respectively, moving in the 3-man team up the hallway, taking some heavy fire from the opposite hallway. Silence HV with a Venom mowing down incoming allies, backed up by Violent J, a medic. Venom and Violent J in action. Those allies that escape out to the hallways are cut down by Carnage Incorporated, a medic. All entrances are covered. KolbenAffe dropping the ammunition in an overhang. HV working in a very, very organized fashion. Let's pay a little heed to the incoming allies. Busta right there with a sneak, gets up on top of Das Boot, tries to make the plant, takes machine gun fire from all sides. Very sneaky incoming engineers. Empire engineers are on fire, but they're not having much luck in getting the successful plant. Dethroned engineer now making his distance patrol around the sub. KolbenAffe HV backing him up as a Leutnant. A very large map, but it all comes down to Das Boots and the sub area itself in the main storage chamber. Here's some allies. MentholMoose, a medic now, prepared. Dynamite plant, we've got a plant on the forefront of the vessel itself. And Violent J trying to take out the incoming. Fredo, the planter for Empire, is going to get gunned down a second time. And a grenade takes him out, and it looks like Violent J as well exploded. Double dynamite plant, and it looks like Empire is going to get the plant here. It looks like they are going to get themselves a chance. They're going to sink the sub. It's just a matter of moments now. A third plant right there. Empire coming hard. And the Allied team sink the sub at 2:38 on the clock. Now it's time to test HV's resolve. That's the time they need to beat. And we're going to find out if they can do that here in just a moment. Another 60 seconds on the clock. And then we've got game on. TSN fun. I want you all to stick around. Grab your friends. Far from over.
The man the Allied forces would have to face on the beaches of Normandy was Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, one of the most brilliant generals of the war. In December of 1943, he was appointed by Hitler to command German army units in northern France, to hurl back the Allies if they landed there. Inspecting the huge fortifications at Calais, less than 30 miles across the English Channel from Britain, he found the defenses formidable. The beaches of Normandy, however, were a different matter.
You're listening to TSN, the Team Sportscast Network.
That's right, forgot to turn the mic on. Das mic not working. Game starts in 7 seconds. We got it timed for you. Let's get back in game. Not join a team. I hate it when that happens. Here's the rundown for you. HV up now 1-0. However, Empire within scoring position. 2:38 on the clock. HV needs to beat that time. If HV can do so, it's up 2-0. If not, the game is 1-all. Axis of evil Empire defense. MentholMoose medic in the Raptors. Engineer Fredo in a position that I've seen HV take over to the left-hand side of the sub near the doorway, standing guard for any incoming. Looking down, as it were, it's a position where he can see if any incoming are coming from beneath the sub, swimming upwards. His eyes are set. A moment of silence before the carnage. 1:49 on the clock. Only a matter of time. HV's going to have to bring the game hard as they breach the sub area and begin to rush in. HV coming hard now up the main hallway. Violent J medic, Cheers, engineer, and his comrades. We got a silence right there with the Panzerfaust, but he's cut down before he can fire it and clear the hallway. Going to be revived ever so quickly. Panzerfaust in hand now fires it down the hallway, blowing aside any Axis Empire defense. Axis now high. Jack Taco, he's also got himself a Panzerfaust. Let's track that action. He is on the second story looking down, peering down towards Das Boot itself, looking for any possible plants. The game continues. Reading the OGLF men's notes at present. Engineer Anti-Hero, standing guard as well. 56 seconds on the clock. Empire, very good position to score. Busta, Leutman dropping the ammunition around the sub itself, looking for the allies. Here they come, trying to rush in. There's some grenades and an airstrike. Does the airstrike go off? Negative, cannot see target. Airstrike does not go off, and here come the allies, 36 seconds, rushing the sub as fast as they can, making the plant attempt. KolbenAffe right there. Engineer takes the Panzerfaust. Oh, man. Panzerfaust from the second story. Jack Taco takes out any hopes right there of a plant, but Cheers is there. Engineer to try to make it successful. Unable. Cheers cut down HP. 15 seconds remain. Empire is going to get on the board and bring the score 1-1. And the battle's going to continue. Good games being exchanged. And that's it for that round. Allies could not beat the clock. HP not able to do so. And the ship, the U-boat, sails off to victory. Oh, game over for the Americans. Show ain't over, you know the drill. We've got the best of 4 to look forward to in a possible tiebreaker in Empire versus HVTSN.
Eisenhower and Bradley chose the 29th, 4th, and 1st Infantry Divisions to make the initial assault.
The 3 divisions that would wage the fight for the first 1,000 yards.
Only one, the 1st Division, had ever been in combat. In other parts of Britain, Ranger units trained to destroy coastal gun positions.
We climb all the cliffs of southeast and southwestern. We climbed a lot of cliffs.
id Software, developer of such frenetic titles as Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, and Quake, a proud sponsor of Return to Castle Wolfenstein's Battle on the Beachhead online tournament. For over a decade, id continues to lead the gaming industry with superior technologies, including the wildly popular Quake 3 Arena graphics engine. When it comes to first-person shooters, these guys do it best. For a truly killer experience, visit id on the web at www.idsoftware.com. Taking 3D gaming to a whole new level. id Software.
id Software taking 3D gaming to a whole new level as we take you to a new level here in Game On Action. 12 minutes on the clock. Double dynamite plant. Here's the rundown for you. Axis now Empire, yet again HV allies. HV want to set the time that the Axis have got to beat. Here is HV's chance to score themselves another point. Score now 1-1. Very evenly matched teams. The reason I wanted to shoutcast this game, I read up on Empire. I happen to have gotten to know HV. I know they are both incredible teams, and that it's anyone's game. We're going to find out tonight who is going to take that win and head off to round 5. Allied defense is as follows. Jack Taco, Leutman, no, Soldat with Panzerfaust in second story. MentholMoose medic looking down once again into the waters to ensure that no incoming allied HV try to sneak in. The other Axis defenders from Empire are likely in the hallways in designated positions. Anti-hero, the resident engineer, standing guard, and Fredo, an engineer as well for the Empire team. Waiting for the allies, no sign of them at the moment. Likely in another portion of the base. We're going to stay around Das Boot itself to catch all the action. MentholMoose medic looking down another hallway, all hallways being guarded, and I found the allies coming from the generator chambers. From storage room number 2, they have busted in, and a small tactical squad is moving in. KolbenAffe engineer holding back, waiting for the area to be cleared. Now hopping over the rail, dropping grenades. He's got it clear. KolbenAffe is clear. Dynamite is down. No one around. I see no Axis anywhere. And he's got the plant. Moving now forward along the sub. Leaps off the sub. And a second potential dynamite plant here for HV. Second plant attempt is not going to be successful as the engineer is cut down from the top of the sub. 20 seconds remaining or so for an engineer defuse. There's the engineer Fredo trying to make the attempt. 10, 8, 7. Fredo is cut down, and we've got another dynamite plant. It's gonna blow. Take cover. The sub is going down. Allied teams below the sub. The time, 2:34. 4 seconds faster than Empire. 4 seconds faster. Empire takes the D now, or rather takes the offense. What's going to happen? That's what we're going to find out here on TSN's primetime event tonight. Back with more in a moment.
Here we go again. Another plane's come over. Looks like we're going to have a night tonight. Get them to our line.
Somebody's coming over, soldier. Move it.
Something burning and falling down through the sky, circling down. Maybe a hit plane. Here we go. They got one. They got one. We got that one. We got it right here. Hey, did we? Yeah. This one? Just off our port side in the sea. You said it. Gun number 42 at our port, just beside the microphone, shot down the plane that fell into the sea. It was their first kill for this gun. The boys were all pretty excited about it. They're already thinking now of painting a big star on their turret. They'll be at that first thing tomorrow morning when it's daylight. Meantime, now the French coast is quieted down. All around us is darkness.
Battle on the Beachhead is brought to you by NVIDIA Corporation, maker of today's top quality GeForce graphics card line. Visit NVIDIA on the web at www.nvidia.com. Graphics to the power of N. NVIDIA.
And we are back in game. Wow. Allies, Empire. 2:34 on the clock. Double dynamite plant near the filtration door and the main storage door. Empire does not have much time to beat this clock. Once again, very, very difficult to stop an incoming Allied team from sinking the sub. The secret of Das Boot is a powerful offense to beat the time of the opposing team. Thus far, HB has been able to do that. Both teams are able to score, but HB just several seconds faster. Several seconds in a map like this makes all the difference. 1:38 on the clock. 1-1 is the score, and we're fighting for that next point right here. HB is in position to score a second point unless Empire can beat their time, and they've only got 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Jack Taco Engineer rushing in and taken down. Jack Taco, see ya. Gonna be revived by MentholMoose. Back up, dynamite is planted, and we've got another dynamite plant, a potential second or two dynamite plants. Empire may be able to do it. Looking for the Axis engineers, there's KolbenAffe, a lieutenant, but no engineer in sight. Here come the engineers. 103 remains, but HB in a bad position. Incoming airstrike mows everybody down, and with 58 seconds and no engineers in sight, it looks like Empire is going to beat the time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The sub is down. The Allied team have destroyed the Axis sub, and that is a point for Empire. Score is now 2-1. Empire in the lead as HB now musters against the powerful Empire roster. Empire O Evil. Throw on the tags in the main TSN channel of the team you are supporting tonight. We're going to keep it rocking for you with more infield battle reports from the front. Back with more.
Where I was, it wasn't too bad getting ashore. After that it started. We had to fight for every bloody field. It was the same each time. You crawl on your belly, keeping your backside down like you'd been told, chuck in a few hand grenades, then rush them. Sometimes they killed us, but we were killing more of them. The trickiest part was the farms. They were regular little jerry fortresses. If we couldn't manage them on our own, then we'd have to wait while the company commander called back for artillery support. The Navy was still with us too, chucking in shells ahead of us. In 3 days we advanced 7 miles. Then we were told to stand fast and dig in. Next morning we heard the news. We got it from the BBC. It sounded great. We'd joined up all along the bridgehead. There was a solid line, 45 miles of it. We'd got a foothold. We were in.
TSN Gaming First.
Gaming First, my name is Warwitch, your TSN Axis Shoutcaster tonight. HV Axis defense now. Incoming Empire gonna try to set the clock as the battle continues. Of Das Boot sub round 4 battle on the Beachhead. Big shout out to the OGL admins, ID Software, NVIDIA Software,
Dynamite planet.
Speakeasy.net, our gracious audio hosts.
Dynamite.
Double dynamite plants, filtration, and main storage door. That's the routine that you can come to expect here on sub. Waiting for the action. A quick rundown once again on Empire, or rather HV Axis Defense Carnage, a medic in position. Violent J, engineers standing guard. There on the second story. Axis action, let's go down into the hallways and find out what's going on. You can hear the machine gun fire as the Allies try to penetrate from the third pool storage chamber. Anti-hero with a Panzerfaust fires it up the hallway towards the awaiting Axis. Silence HV right there, not taken out by the Panzerfaust and backed up by KolbenAffe, HV, a Leutman, and Violent J, a medic. Firing downwards with the Venom, doing an effective job as the incoming Allies are trying to rush. Here comes a whole slew of them, and they are being cut down. Fredo right there, the medic, to make the revival. And make 3 revivals. There's another attempt right there. Fredo making the attempt, reviving Mongul, the engineer, dropping the packs that are needed for assistance and help. Busta, engineer, and Fredo moving forward. The Venom up there from Silence is chopping the Allies apart. They managed to get penetration into the main chamber of Das Boot. There they meet Cheers, a medic, dethroned, and companions on the Axis team who are ready for it. The battle now rages around the sub itself. Allies now having a slight difficult time in gaining the penetration they need. Axis definitely in control. HV Axis in control here. 9:50 on the clock. You can hear the machine gun fire. There's an ally down in the water. He drops the dynamite, but it spirals down through the water and does not plant on the sub. That sticky pack of dynamite not going to find its mark and going to be of no use in the bottom of the sea. Busta, engineer, Empire, taken down, headshot. Violent J, medic, now on patrol. HV, medics searching out for any assistance. Chases down anti-hero Empire engineer and lays him down in the field to ensure he's not going to get back up. Mongul engineer on the top is going to plant some dynamite. No, he can't quite tell what he's up to. I think he might be planting dynamite in the Axis spawn. No, decides not to do so. Mongul Empire engineer now dropping down beneath the sub. He probably accidentally threw out the dynamite. Did not mean to do so. Jack Taco engineer with a plant, making the attempt. He does so, successful. There's a plant now on the front of the U-boat and a plant on the back. We've got a double plant. Incoming Empire have a very good chance right here of sinking that sub. They've got control over the northern portion of the actual Axis base. They are facing off against the Axis. Mongul with another plant. 3 sinks the ship. No way. HV is going to be able to stop that. 3 dynamite plants and the vessel is going down. Only a matter of time. A 4th plant and the Allied team have destroyed the sub. The time to beat 3:36 on the clock. A time in which HV can certainly beat. They have themselves been able to do so within 2 minutes and 34 seconds. That leaves them an extra minute to succeed. The score 2-1 in favor of Empire. TSN Primetime Fun. We are back with more action in just a moment.
The most sensational action has been the attack on General de Gaulle while he was attending a service at Notre Dame Cathedral. BBC war correspondent Robert Reed was recording a description of the scene when the attack began. And in this dispatch that follows, you'll hear the shots of the snipers.
The general has now turned to face the square, this huge crowd of Parisians, who is being presented to people ready, madame. It's being received. Even while the general is marching into the cathedral. Well, that was one of the most dramatic scenes I've ever seen. Just as General de Gaulle was about to enter the Cathedral of Notre Dame, firing started all over the place, because I was overwhelmed by a rush of people who were trying to seek shelter. But I fell just near General de Gaulle, and I managed to pick myself up. He walked straight ahead into what appeared to me to be a hail of fire from somewhere inside the cathedral, somewhere from the galleries up near the vaulted roof. But he went straight ahead, without hesitation, his shoulders flung back, and walked right down the central aisle, even while the bullets were pouring around him. It was the most extraordinary example of courage that I've ever seen.
Example of courage, what we see tonight here on TSN. Game is on, 3:36 on the clock. Empire now Axis defense cannot allow HV to come in to sweep in and to sink that sub within that time, but HV going to try as hard as they might. And here they come, dethroned engineer now underneath the sub, his allied brethren chopped down. Allies have breached the sub area. They're trying to sneak in from all sides. Incoming HV trying to beat the clock and score themselves a tie. Score is now 2-1 in favor of Empire.
Incoming!
No activity beneath the water. Let's go to the second story, where we see anti-hero, the engineer standing guard, Mongul Leutnant, and incoming grimmiger, a medic, is chopping down the allied defense, but instead it looks like he may have to fall back. He falls back into the hallways beyond, backed up by Violent J and grimmiger, double medic action. They managed to clear off the second story balcony. Busta, Leutman, Empire, standing guard. Fredo, engineer, a possible dynamite plant, unsuccessful between the gun and the main captain's chamber of Das Boot. They try to plant the dynamite. Grimmiger right there. HV with the attempt to revive, but takes a Panzerfaust. Gotta love. Das Panzerfaust takes him out and all other members of the HV team. 1:43 on the clock. Another Panzerfaust right there from Jack Taco. Takes out a teammate. Busta, Empire receives the shaft. Incoming KolbenAffe. HV leader taking some heavy fire and meets heavy Axis resistance. Empire everywhere trying to shut down the incoming HV rush. There's a possible plant. Carnage incorporated, machine gun down, and he's going to get revived by Violent J. 114 remains. Here's the chance they need to plant it. A plant on the port side and a plant on the far side. Double plant right there for HV 105. They've got the plant. Just as I said, they can do it with 1 minute to spare, and it shows that they've done it again. Will it be defused? We're going to find out in just a moment. An attempt right there for a third plant. It's not going to be successful, but with 44 seconds, 5, 4, 3, boom! The Allies beat the clock. HV gets themselves a point. Score is now 2-2. 2-all. Tie ball game, overtime, ladies and gentlemen. HV versus Empire. What a critical moment right there. HV not going to lay down and die. Empire refused to give up. And the battle continues. Back with more. You know the drill. Stick around.
The great American victory at Cherbourg has been officially announced. Coordinated British activity in the southeast made possible the rapid drive into the vital deepwater port by troops of the United States. Crammed into the city were the elements of 3 German divisions. They were ordered to fight to the last man, to hold their positions or be shot by their own officers. But the impetus and firepower of the Allied offensive was too much for the beleaguered defenders. Cherbourg is now a liberated city. Allied machines of war had to be brought ashore on beaches, a situation now remedied by the capture of Cherbourg Harbor. The battle-scarred landscape is the price of liberation from Nazi tyranny.
RTCW! Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
on TSN.
RTCW in a critical moment as the game begins here in 2 seconds. 2-all, Empire versus HV in our main extravaganza tonight. Stick around after the game. I've got an interview with the winning team. A little post-game fun, but we are far from that moment here as we enter the tiebreaker mode. 12 minutes on the clock. Axis Empire defense, Axis OE Evil once again versus HV offense. Here we go. It appears that this map is not about keeping the sub from sinking, but just how quickly you can do it. The sub is gonna sink if you're facing a good team, but you've got to be faster. That's the key. Dynamite plant. Allies capture the central access room. That means HV going to be streaming in just a moment. 2-all. The closest game I've seen in round 4 thus far. Allies make the breach on the sub area. Get ready for the action. MentholMoose medic standing guard. On patrol. Engineer Fredo. Here come the Allies dropping a grenade, and he takes himself out. Cheers HV is exploded by Fredo's grenade and taken down. Violent J, a medic, comes in to meet heavy resistance fire to try to revive his comrade. Does so just in time. No, he's taken out. He's taken out by a grenade before he can do so. Grimmiger HV sweeping in and chasing down Mongul, a Leutman. Mongul is actually going to come up heads up on that one and take down the medic. Empire in control. Jack Taco, Panzerfaust action standing by on the lower floor. Most of the Axis defense now on the lower floor as they battle off the incoming allies. There's the green possible plant from KolbenAffe, but he is unable. KolbenAffe's head blown clean clear of his body, spiraling down into the cold, icy waters. My name is Warwitch, TSN, Axis Shoutcaster. Possible plant on the forefront by Silence HV. Taking out machine gun fire, possible venom. Empire in supreme control of the main storage room. They've got it locked down. Several attempts thus far by HV. HV unsuccessful, but pushing forward with their powerful offense. Here is Cheers trying to make the sneak quarterback run. Cannot plant the dynamite near the main forward gun, and is going to be gunned down. Axis firing squad style. Another plant attempt right there next to the secondary hatch, but the plant is without an engineer, so the dynamite is not going to be armed. Grimmiger HV trying to make the attempt to revive. He comes in, leaps off the sub in time. His incoming Panzerfaust mows down his own teammates. No doubt some good action right there. Jack Taco with a Panzerfaust taking out several of his own teammates in the attempt to kill the incoming engineer. KolbenAffe engineer now hiding around a corner, waiting for the orders to sweep in this very action-packed match. Leutman, Busta, and comrades now around the front side of the main gun of Das Boot. A shout out to our OGL admin tonight. Lehman, PhD. Lehman. Dynamite plant on the forefront of the vessel. Here come the Axis engineers leaping down from all sides, taking heavy resistance fire. Anti-hero right there with the flyers. Makes the disarm. And that sub ain't gonna be sinking anytime soon. Second attempt on the backside of the sub. And we've got the dynamite plant, but here comes Mongul Leutman pushing away the engineers. Anti-hero engineer right there now with the flyers out one more time. But from the vents above, he takes the machine gun fire and is down. The incoming allied in the vents, they take a Panzerfaust, and we've got another engineer, Fredo, making the attempt, but Fredo cut down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's going to be it. The allied team have destroyed the sub. Time is set, 4:06 on the clock. Dreadful situation. Empire has demonstrated that they can and will beat that time. Will it happen? We'll find out in just a moment. Pray for your team. Tiebreaker situation, 2-2. Scoring position, HV with 4:06 on the clock.
1 minute is quiet with the birds singing. The next minute, the column of Sherman tanks coming around the corner going wide open. My buddy says, where those tanks come from? So I asked the tanker, Who else down there? The Third Army taking off. Been waiting for 3 weeks. Prepared somebody let the rabbit out of the hat. Man, what a rabbit. With pearl-handled revolvers.
When I think back to the breakthrough, I don't seem to be able to remember anything but the French people. People beside the road, kids we couldn't stop to give candy to, FFI boys bringing in the krauts from the fields, and farm workers waving as we went by. It was easier to look them in the face and smile or wave back at them when you hadn't had to smash their homes to pieces first. The morning we got into Rennes, boy, that really was liberation.
Sound the bells of victory. The game is underway. Now, if I can understand the rules and not make an error here, here's the rundown on the Tiebreaker map. If Empire can beat the time 4:06, then they will take the win and head off to round 5. If not, then HV proceeds to the next round. Keep in mind, Empire has done so. They've been able to beat the clock within about 2 minutes and 38 seconds. This gives them an additional 2 extra minutes. A very, very grim situation for HV. High Voltage really going to have to play their defense hard if they are going to hold off the extra additional 2 minutes on Das clock. World War II, here we go. The Allies breach the sub-area. History in the making as they come in. Incoming Fredo, medic cut down. Silence HV once more with the Venom action. As they round the corner, they are cut down by a crossfire. I like what I see. HV cutting them down in a 2-pronged attack from the upper hallway. And then as they stream down, they meet headlong 3 Axis defenders that fire into the hallway itself. Very successful attempt right there. There is a dynamite plant. We've got the plant on the dynamite. We're looking for it. It's on the top of the sub. Keep in mind, there is about a minute delay. Anything I say in the Shoutcast cannot be used against the team. A minute delay. Dethroned HV hops down from the rafters on top of the sub with pliers out, and he is going to defuse it. Play of the game from Dethroned. Nice. Nice play. Keeps HV in the game with 2:25 on the clock. They've got to survive for another 2 minutes. One last push, and it's over. The game is on the line. HV can bring it home if they can just pull off Empire for 2 more minutes. It's round 5 for them. If not, a bitter defeat, and Empire takes the win. Incoming MentholMoose, anti-hero, engineer, and medic coming in. They are the Empire allied team rushing in. They are meeting heavy Axis resistance. Axis cheers HV, making the revivals along the side of Das Boot itself. Grimmiger, HV on the far side. Dynamite plant on the forefront, on the actually back side of the vessel. Dethroned again, and Carnage Incorporated are going to make the disarm. 1:38 remains, ladies and gentlemen. Empire or HV, all depends in the next minute who is going to the next round. 1 minute, 25 seconds. HV really playing a hard game. They are holding up Empire unbelievably. This is going to go down in the annals of RTCW history. So says Zay from Battle on Das Beachhead. 1 minute on the clock. Allies recapture the forward flagging area. Dynamite attempt. Anti-hero now between the gun. No, cut down. He can't do it. 55 seconds. Empire's hopes are now draining like sands in the hourglass. 50 seconds. If they do not score themselves the sinkage here, it's game over and HV wins. 40 seconds on the clock. Axis thoroughly in control. Empire now struggling. Incoming allied attempt. No, cut down. 35 seconds. The chance is there. And there's a dynamite plant. This is the last hope for Empire. Last hope. Dynamite plant now on the top of the Axis sub. 25 seconds. Here come the Axis engineers. Carnage Incorporated. The only... He is going to get cut down. No, he's alive. No, cut down. There's Dethroned just in time, and he's cut down. 13 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Empire is going to take the win. The sub is down, and Empire win with 4 seconds remaining on the clock. Wow. Wow.
As far as I can see now, our infantry have advanced across the open cornfield and into the wood. The artillery is putting down a concentration behind the wood, and one of our tanks over on my right has just fired a couple of rounds 250 yards from where I am. Further over to the left, I can see those beams of tracers.